Blair Zahn, also known as Illuminaughtii, started her channel back in May of 2013, and since then has amassed almost 2 million subscribers, making commentary videos about scandalous actions of celebrities and corporations. Instead of relying on using pre-recorded gameplay footage and humorous dialogue as seen in many traditional commentary channels, her style of videos were more serious in tone, with documentary-style editing helping her achieve popularity during a time when video essay channels were on the rise. However, she's fallen out of public favor as of late, due to a recent onslaught of allegations against her after she claimed another YouTuber by the name of Legal Eagle plagiarizing her editing style. After she tweeted her claims, former employees came out about their experiences of a toxic work environment and gaslighting from Blair. These allegations would spread like wildfire by commentary channels and all over Twitter, causing her to upload a 42-minute apology video.
I am afraid of looking stupid and weak online, and yet I am those things right now. You've been with me through a lot of really intense and personal situations in my life. You were there throughout the entire process of my mom's cancer diagnosis, her various treatments, and hospitalizations. And I know there were many times when I had to run out the door suddenly because there was a crash cart in her room and they didn't know if she was going to make it. And you said you'd stay at the house and watch Casper so I could go to my mom. You were there for Casper's various hospitalizations when he would get sick throughout the years. And you helped me through a very difficult surgery recovery. I just want to say thank you for always being my support through all of my ups and downs. I know that a lot of these personal situations in my life left me very thin and sometimes irritable, and I want to say thank you for supporting me through it and talking me through some really hard times. Your support and your friendship meant more to me than I think you'll probably ever know. I'm gonna miss all the fun things we used to do, eating way too much cheese at the melting pot. I'll miss you teaching me how to play Command & Conquer and playing it, and how you've always obviously been Casper's BFF, and you know how Casper is not afraid of Oswaldo. We're both gonna miss you a lot. The truth is, like we've privately discussed before, I always hoped that we'd be able to reconnect again in the future and mend our friendship. I meant that when I said it to you, and I believed you when you said it back.
However, this effort remains futile as the video only encouraged more people to expose her for lies, manipulation, and her ogreish living conditions. Illuminaughtii still uploads her usual content, but they struggle to reach the same amount of views they were getting before the controversy. If the story ended there, I wouldn't be talking about it. I'd just leave it up to the commentary channels to regurgitate it endlessly for their content farms. But the story doesn't end here, and I've uncovered a rabbit hole. – 2019, the year Twitch streamer Tommy C gave Blair admission to his channel, a decision he would soon regret. An associate of Tommy C made a little joke at the expense of fat people. While not being directed towards Blair herself, she took offense to it anyway. She proceeded to remove all of Tommy C's videos that she was featured in without permission, before leaving the channel altogether. Tommy C would soon respond to this on a livestream titled "Illuminaughtii deleted my videos over a fat joke."
Illuminaughtii was not happy with the teasing of young Ricochet. I get a message from her: "Your little beef with Rico is leaking into my shit. I've stayed aloof from a little spat because I don't care." That's clearly not the case. It's getting into my server from curious eyes. Please do something about it. And she started bringing up like people like Coremaster and fans, and she said that she suggested that I should do something about it. And I just like, what do you want me to do? Everybody's an adult here. I can't tell people not to make fun of him. And she threatened me. She said, if you don't do something about this, I will. You can't police the internet and white knight for people. You'll be doing it all day. I got more and more fucking irritated. Like, what? I'm not allowed to talk about Rico, even though I would never talked about Rico to begin with, because he's not a public figure, right? And I got her coming at me like that she's in fucking charge. Like who? Like, what could you threaten me with? like Keemstar, FaZe Banks, Kostef, All Million Sub Guys, Alex. I don't listen to you. You listen to fucking me. Got that?
However, history has a funny way of repeating itself. As in 2021, just 2 years later, a YouTuber by the name of Nicholas Diorio uploaded a meme poking fun at Blair. She later took down the video, stating she felt the thumbnail presented a hateful portrayal of her. Another YouTuber, Tipster, would later address the whole situation on a video titled "YouTuber Illuminaughtii Wants to Silence Her Critics."
Someone makes a fat joke about someone that's not even her. It's not at her expense. And this is a group of people that make wisecracks about each other and other people all the time. Perfectly fine, no big deal. They don't care about that stuff. But in this particular instance, for whatever reason, they make a fat joke about this guy Rico. And she has this knee-jerk reaction of, I'm leaving the news team and I'm taking down all the videos that I made for you guys. Nicholas Diorio put out a video about this situation on his second channel, and something really interesting happened. Who false copyright strike Nicholas Diorio's video? It was a meme video on Illuminaughtii. They have this big falling out with the Shot from the Point news team, which, by the way, Nicholas Diorio is a member of. And, suddenly he does this video calling her out for this ridiculous overreaction that she had to the situation. And now, all of a sudden, this video that he did gets struck down. Nick actually, after finding out who the artist was that issued the copyright strike, Nick actually DMs this artist, and this is what happened. Out of curiosity, did Illuminaughtii have anything to do with you filing a strike? To which the artist responds, she only informed me that my art was used and where, just letting me be aware. But other than that, no. My fellow art group's advice and my own looking online for advice led me to take action. She never asked me to. That in itself looks pretty bad. Reaching out to this artist, hey, by the way, this person's using your art that you did for me for your video. Blair DM'd me at the time. Let's go ahead and let's read this screenshot of a DM conversation with the artist that she sent to me. Hey, I just wanted to reach out to you and let you know that there's a hate channel that just used your fan art you made for me as their thumbnail. I don't know if you gave them permission to use that, but if not, I just wanted to let you know so you could protect your work. Heart emoji. In addition to that, we have another situation where, Nick uploaded another copy of the video. Illuminaughtii links this video on Nick's second channel. It used to be called Killstream Live. Now it's called Nicholas Diorio 2. But anyway, the video is titled, Have Your Mods Flag This One Down, Bitch. Which is funny because that's exactly what she tried to do. Your vlog is used a lot in here. Enjoy. What do you think that means? To me, that sounds like a little wink, wink, hint, hint. You might want to flag this down for copyright infringement. Making fun of someone's mental illness, in the eyes of Illuminaughtii, 100% totally okay. But making a fat joke about someone? Absolutely not. Off limits.
Though these were certainly omens of what was to eventually come, they were largely swept under the rug until recent memory, and a controversy in which I thought at first to be another wolf in sheep's clothing incident quickly turned more corrupted and disturbing the deeper I dug. The evidence I'm about to present, as of right now, is uncharted territory in Blair's saga. As far as I'm aware, no one has ever discussed this cover-up before. The mid to late 2010s were a weird transitional period for the internet and media as a whole, as scandalous and corrupted actions of the US government, once thought to be conspiracy theories, were coming out with more evidence to prove their validity. People were starting to flock to the internet for alternative news sources as any trust in mainstream media was starting to decline, thus increasing the popularity of commentary, news, and true crime channels on YouTube. Though the thought of a certain celebrity or any big corporation committing shady acts is kinda commonplace nowadays, in the mid-2010s, it was almost unheard of and usually brushed off as just a conspiracy theory. Although Blair's channel wouldn't blow up until later in the 2010s, her channel would specialize in this type of content, with the documentary tier editing and the colorful cartoon avatar, and going under a username which was a play on the name The Illuminaughtii, a secret society theorized to be the true leaders of our government and mainstream media. It seemed like this was the type of channel people were looking for at the time.
It's time once again to stop pyramid schemes, scams, and other forms of corruption.
almost too perfect. As the people gathered to the internet, the corporations followed suit. More and more websites and streaming services were shilling ads. Food companies were posting relatable tweets. Your average YouTuber was now either just another trendy content farm or someone selling out their beliefs, appealing to a more brand-friendly image.
Now, not to worry. This episode isn't going to be just another member of the chorus talking about how if all orcs in a game are blindly evil, that it's racist.
Okay, good. Matt has said that he's not going to be racist in this video. That should not be something that you have to state, but it is good to know. And yes, the argument that he's referring to is exceedingly and exceptionally racist. Oh, I'm sorry, if someone looks at orcs in a piece of media and sees that they're brutish and evil and then thinks minority, then it's clearly someone else being racist.
And if the statement that a game is making with its backstory and symbols is that an enemy had a choice and they chose wrong, then that gets way less complicated for a game that's interested in uncomplicated violence.
Remember everyone, it's wrong to attack slimes in video games because you don't know what they've done. But it is okay to attack humans in video games if they've made the wrong choices that you were not there to see. Matt, let me play in your world for a little bit, where this media has this stranglehold on the mindset of the viewer, where even simple, innocuous things can cause terrible changes in whoever experiences. You know, like we're in an episode of The Twilight Zone. All of this, everything that you are recommending, is dangerous and destructive and problematic, more so than having orcs in your fantasy story. It assumes that a person can only choose once, and then they're stuck on a dark path forever. And when someone makes a bad choice, the only way out of said choice is death. If anything else didn't do it, if anything you've ever said in these other videos didn't do it, that mindset is what would make me write you off as a bad person. The belief that a person cannot change and come back from bad choices. Because this belief of yours is doing real damage out there. I mean, for example, it is the crux of cancel culture, where people said some stupid thing as a teenager, and now that's what they're assumed to be 2 decades later.
In 1953, the CIA conducted illegal experiments on thousands of Americans and Canadians under the name MK Ultra, where people were drugged and tortured, all in an effort to see if it was possible to control the human state of mind. The operations were shut down in 1973, yet important figures such as CIA analyst Victor Machete and MK Ultra survivor Kathy O'Brien claim this practice still continues to this day. However, instead of conducting these experiments on average people, celebrities, news anchors, and politicians are under the CIA's control. Bohemian Grove is a restricted 2,700-acre campground located in Monte Rio, California, owned by a group of former U.S. presidents and other government officials under the name The Gentlemen's Club. However, this group was founded way back in 1872 by a stage actor named Henry Harry Edwards. In the early to mid-2010s, conspiracy theory channels spread around a video shot on location where Alex Jones, of all people, recorded himself sneaking into a restricted area and saw what seemed to be a ritual taking place in front of one of the many owl statues at the Grove.
Thou, thus buried across the shadowy tide, in all the ancient majesty of death, thou arch enemy of beauty. Not for thee the tender tribute or the restful grave. Fire shall have its will of thee, and all the winds make merry with thy dust. Bring fire!
When will ye learn that me ye cannot slay? Year after year ye burn me in this grove, lifting your puny shouts of triumph to the stars. But when again ye turn your faces to the marketplace, do ye not find me waiting as of old? Fools! Fools to dream ye conquer care!
Of old, and some of us prevail against thee, and some thou shalt destroy. But this too we know. Year after year within this happy grove, our fellowship bans thee for a space. Thy malevolence which would pursue us here has lost its power under these friendly trees. So shall we burn thee once again this night, and in the flames that eat thine effigy, we shall read the sign, Midsummer sets us free.
While this video was getting spread around on the internet, the CIA contacted a small soap maker from Chicago, Blair Victoria Christie, and offered her a large sum of money to operate a YouTube channel disguised to expose scammers and shady corporations, where she would change her name to Blair Zahn to erase any trace of her former self. She would then continue to hire a team and operate her channel, inconspicuously uploading videos about trendy topics, effectively covering the tracks of the secret society in favor of the popularization of commentary and video essay channels, and all the short-form media you see on TikTok and YouTube Shorts. The same type of content algorithmically designed to be as addicting and distracting as possible, and to this day, content like this is theorized to be the cause of short attention spans, lack of individual or critical thinking, and mental instability in the modern era. But somewhere along the way, Blair got drunk with power, and that's where we're at today. I've been Turkey Tom, thanks for watching, and until next time, I'll be double fisting Siamese twins while licking ranch off the floor.
I'm a half brother and my fully fledged